Here we fucking go! You're listening to Bread and Circuses.
It's like the mob media, for one, is the entire world populated. Like, everybody's on Twitter. Fucking the UK is on Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
unfortunately.
With Caleb Salvatore.
Well, they can't. They can't go to the comedy shows because there's a 2-drink minimum, and you can't mix the Percocet you've been stealing from work with liquor.
And Nick Kohler.
There literally be people in the fucking 80s that didn't know that nutting in a girl would make her pregnant.
No one's asked that question. What did those families do to provoke Alex Jones like that?
You know what'll solve all of these racial police protests? A Pepsi.
What the fuck is up, friends? Welcome to this week's episode of Bread and Circuses. It is Tuesday, May 17th, and over the weekend, Tucker Carlson and the CEO of Twitch went on a shooting spree in Buffalo. Not really, but if you listen to the mainstream media, that's what they would tell you.
So I've been purposely not really following anything with this mass shooting. Not because I don't think that it happened. You know, I don't want to be a conspiracy nut or anything. It's just like, dude, when people talk about these people, dude, it's that's why people do this, is because people talk about it. Like, you use their name and they talk about it and it gets them on, and they're just crazy. So have you read any of his manifesto? I know I don't want to read it. And I don't think anybody should read it. It's like, why should you care about what this guy has to say?
Right. I listened to it on a podcast I listened to, mentioned it, and there were some interesting tidbits. One of the things that stuck out to me the most was he said that he didn't, because the guy was like super racist and shit, right? He didn't start reading, or he didn't start believing in this shit and crazy shit on the internet because he had nothing else to do, and that's what radicalized him. And I mean, hey, I said that when the shit first started. We don't even know what happened
with that. That's kind of what happened with that one black dude that went on that shooting spree in the subway, dude. He was radicalized by black fucking nationalistic propaganda.
That he read during the lockdowns because he didn't have a job anymore. You know, like that's, dude, we said this shit when it first started, the mental health toll that these lockdowns are going to have, and, you know, just the long-term health effects that these lockdowns are going to have, we won't know for years to come. And, you know, now you're seeing it. So I'm not going to say that the people that shut the whole economy down are directly responsible for it, but y'all played a little more of a role than Tucker Carlson and Twitch did. You know what I mean?
I mean, and it really does go to show you that, remember, like, everybody was joking around about how, like, none of the news sources covered any of the other mass killings, but, like, then this guy did this and everybody's all fucking hopping on it. Yeah. It's like, dude, it's literally proof in the pudding right there about that. That's I'm just, like, trying not to follow it at all. Like, I'm recognizing that it happened, but, you know what I mean? I don't know anybody that I don't have no connections to. It happened in New York, right?
Buffalo, yeah,
in Buffalo. I don't have any connections to Buffalo or anything. I'm just like, dude, every time that you talk about this, you're vindicating that man for doing that. So
yeah, for sure. And the craziest, well, totally. But yeah, no, you're completely right. You know, it's completely vindicating him. It's turning him into a celebrity and a rock star. I mean, the Boston Bombers were put on the fucking cover of Rolling Stone.
Yeah, you know? For real, dude.
So it's just like, he was 18 years old. I think he was like a high school student, you know, and these people go online.
This guy is said, I don't even, everything, for all I knew, this was a middle-aged guy. Like, I don't fucking know.
The craziest,
I don't want to know. Like,
I keep seeing these tweets about how the media react when the shooter's white, all the media talks about is how he was a lone wolf with no friends, and people didn't want to, you know, and they don't want to label him a terrorist and all this stuff, and they want to make people feel bad for him. Like, that is so inaccurate, and the people that are sharing that know it's inaccurate. It's
like I remember seeing too, reading about how, like, people reported that guy to, like, the police and stuff like that.
They did nothing to stop it. He was institutionalized. And their only solution is, so the police and the FBI, again, just like Parkland, knew about this. and they did nothing. They completely dropped the ball. And the only solution people want to provide to this is to give more power to the people that let it happen in the first place. It doesn't make sense to me. What are you going to? So you want to take our rights away, our right to defend ourselves away, and give more power to the people that fucked this up and dropped the ball and let it happen. It's incomprehensible. Honestly, it makes no sense.
And like this is like at the total risk of sounding like the fuck it. You know me, I'm not 100% for the carry stuff, but it's like, honestly, I'm not even going to say that I'm not 100% for the constitutional, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not as crazy about it as like some people are.
This is me. Just say it. It's okay.
Nah, I mean, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, honestly, the only thing I can really think that would stop this is seriously just the threat to people that more people are carrying. Like, seriously, do you ever notice that any of this stuff doesn't? I mean, this stuff happened in El Paso. Yeah, but like El Paso's like a very, very blue city compared to other Texas cities.
So that was the thing he said. He said in the manifesto that he targeted that specific place because there was no threat of concealed carry.
Yeah,
he was going to target a place where gun laws were strict and where he didn't have to, like a grocery store, school, soft targets, right? There's dude, he's in Buffalo. You ever been to Buffalo? It's like East Coast Detroit. All right. He wanted to target black people and he wanted a soft target.
Really?
Yeah. If he wanted to kill a bunch of black people, he could have walked into the hood and started shooting. But you know what? They would have shot back. And there's a reason he didn't go there. There's a reason he didn't just walk down a neighborhood street in the middle of the hood and start killing people.
It takes like one person with a gun to stop something like that.
There was a security guard there, and I don't know how true this story is. I'm sure they've made some of it up. But there was a security guard there who shot him in the and he was wearing body armor, and it supposedly he walked through it like the Terminator. And killed the guard. Now, I don't know if I buy that. I've never been shot while wearing body armor. But here's the thing again. It was a handgun. So I mean, it was probably a 38. A 38 maybe, like it depends what he had. 4 or 5 rounds from a 9 in center mass, whether you're wearing body armor or not, it's going to knock you over. Unless you're on PCP.
This 18-year-old had body armor with ballistic plates.
Yep.
Which is like, and Kevlar, because you need the ballistic plates.
You got to have the trauma pads. Yeah.
Yeah, you need all of it to stop the pistol rounds.
Yeah.
He was able to afford all that at 18.
18 years old. Yeah. CIA patsy. Do we dare say it? Well, he didn't just have that. He had an AR-15 and a handgun. 18 years old. How do you get a handgun? I thought that was illegal. AR-15s are illegal in New York, so either gun control didn't work or somebody gave it to him. And we're not going to get
the AR-15 from.
Where's an 18-year-old get a handgun? Where body armor, decent body armor that's not off Wish, is $600 minimum.
Good body armor is like $2,000 a plate, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Kevlar is like another grand on top of that. Inserts to stop pistol rounds.
So where did he get it from? That's the million-dollar question. But yeah, so there was a security guard. Supposedly the rounds bounced off him like the Terminator. Don't know. I wasn't there. They won't release the camera footage, of course, just much like Sandy Hook. So we'll just have to take them at their word for it. My issue with that is because they said, the good guy with the gun didn't work. Well, the problem there is when you have a security guard or a cop that's armed, that's a good start. But that guy's in uniform. That guy's a target. If I'm the bad guy, I can walk in, kill him first, catch him by surprise, and then just start shooting. That doesn't stop. When the lady's got one in her purse or I've got one on my side, that's different.
So let me get this straight, too. Like this supposed trained security guard who's supposed to know stuff about ballistics and fire. Dude, anybody who's played video games or has watched movies knows what a bulletproof vest is, right?
Sure.
Anybody, my fucking 2-year-old daughter could probably recognize that shit. You know what I mean? So my mom, who doesn't know anything about guns, could see somebody wearing a ballistic vest and be like, that thing is bulletproof. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So knowing all that, the security guard who is close enough to engage this guy with a pistol, who knows about ballistics and knows about body armor, because
he's got to know a thing if he's got a
security guard
in New York, especially. I mean, you know what I mean.
Still tried to shoot the guy in the chest with the pistol.
Yeah, didn't aim for the hip, head, anything.
Yeah, right? Those things cover like this.
Yeah,
Like, you could still shoot him in the stomach.
You could get him in the gut. It wouldn't kill him. But
I'm not saying like, oh, why don't you just shoot him in the head? Like, I mean,
you're not John Wick.
On,
but
man.
yeah, I mean, you can still hit the lower center of mass. Honestly, man, I wouldn't be
surprised. Dude.
I wouldn't be surprised to find out the security guard shot once, completely missed, got killed, and they're just saying it hit the body armor and bounced off so they can pass a ban, because they've tried to run for these body armor bans in the past, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them do it again and just completely make that up. I have no doubt in my I'm not going to say I have no doubt in my mind, but it would not surprise me that was just a little inconvenient fact there they decided to mess with. So, I mean, we'll never know. Again, they'll never release the ballistics on it for the public to see, and the jury will have to sign NDAs. And I mean, what are you going to do? So it's all just fucked, man.
If they didn't want people to make conspiracy theories about it, they would be completely transparent about everything.
Hey, when Roe versus Wade leak didn't get the reaction they wanted, so they had to sprinkle in a little mass shooting. It's all good. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's all they got going on anymore. So did you see this Yumi new girl? That's the SI swimsuit cover.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, she just looks like a regular person on there, dude. She's not even that fucking big, dude.
Did you see Jordan Peterson's tweet?
Something about not putting butterbean. No, that was was it Ben Shapiro said that it's like until they put Butterbean on the cover in a two-piece that this isn't equality or whatever. I was like, that's funny, dude. I've been saying that fucking unironically, dude. Like the only time anybody's ever like saying like nice stuff about being fat is when it's a chick, man. Like nobody ever like wants to be like, oh yeah, being a fat dude is okay. You know what I mean?
No one ever. No, there's no body positivity.
You gotta be a 6'8" fucking 300 pounds of 4% body fat, dude, to be acceptable at all as a man. But I've always said too, it's harder to be like a model, like the ideal physique for a man, because like as a girl, you really just got to be skinny.
Right, here she is.
But, yeah, dude, that just looks like a regular chick.
She's not really that bad. Like,
not at all, man. If that was a chick that I knew personally, I'd be like, yeah, she's a hot chick, man. She's like, how old is she too?
20s or 30s, I bet.
If she's in her 30s, I mean, dude, that looks like a normal woman that's maybe had like a kid or two or something like that. You know what I mean?
No, she's not bad looking.
That's still a hot chick, and it's like that's not Lizzo on the fucking cover.
So Jordan Peterson said, "Sorry, not beautiful. No amount of authoritarian tolerance is going to change that."
Chill, Jordan. All right.
I like, dude. Like, who?
It's not Lizzo.
Cares?
That's just a normal person, dude. Like,
yeah, with that's not a big deal to me. If they did put Lizzo, I would have more of an issue with.
What does that chick do for sports, though? Why is she on the
none
cover
of them
Sports
do?
Illustrated?
I don't think the swimsuit issue does sports. I think they just have like random models. I don't know what she.
Like I said though, that just looks.
She
like
plays
a
fullback
person.
for the Lions.
She just looks like a regular chick, man. Like
Yumi New is an American model. Oh, she's younger than me. She was born in '96. She's an American model and singer-songwriter. She was the first Asian plus-size model to
that's Asian plus size.
Yeah, I know. Asian plus size is like 120 pounds.
It's like average American. It's like the skinniest Midwesterner.
You know what, though? I'm glad. You know what? I am glad that we are finally going back to the days where that is considered plus size, though. We're getting all the fatties off the fucking covers. I mean, people say plus. I love when you would see those.
Say plus size. I like a plus size model. I think of a girl like that. That's like a little bit bigger of a girl, but
yeah.
Like I mean, it's not like a size 0 fucking looking like a anorexic chick.
Right. Yeah. No, there was a while though where we were trending toward plus size models looking like Lizzo, and that was an issue. I don't like. I'm sorry.
There's a difference between a like heavier or like bigger of a person and being like morbidly obese, dude.
Right.
Like when you're so fat that your face does that shit where like you're like this all the time and your face squeezes together. Yeah, that's fucking unhealthy,
dude. Like, if you can't get out of your car and walk up the stairs to your apartment or house without getting winded, you know what I mean? Like that's a good measure. Like that's
what's that girl's name again? What's it?
Yumi New, YUMINU. My thing with Lizzo, the reason I have a problem with Lizzo and glorifying that is, look, I don't care what people do as long as it doesn't hurt somebody else. If you want to eat a bunch of shit and balloon up to 400 pounds and die of a heart attack, go right the fuck ahead. But it's not beautiful. I'm sorry. Obesity.
Like, I don't even care about the aesthetic part of it because it's like beauty is subjective and whatever. Like, encouraging people to be like that is like a health concern.
It's a health concern. No,
Dude,
I'm
literally looking at pictures of this chick, by the way, and like
she's not plus size.
She literally, I mean, like by model standards, yes, but like literally, dude, this just looks like a normal girl that you would like be one of your coworkers or something, dude. Like, she's like one of, I mean, like she's still curvy and stuff, so it's like one of those girls that you'd probably be like, yeah, that chick's fucking hot, man. Like, but it's just like a girl that works in the fucking 3 cubicles down. You know what I mean?
So
like,
when Jordan he took the tweet down, but when he tweeted the sorry, not beautiful, I quoted it and said, yeah, come back after 3 rum and cokes and tell me what you think.
I wouldn't even need to be drunk to hit on that chick, man. Hot, dude.
Well, so my thing is, I'll go as far to say that I don't think obesity is beautiful. Like you said, it's a health concern. I don't think addiction is beautiful. You know, we don't.
I think there's a reason why, like, your brain, like, you know what I mean? Like when you look at like an animal body that's been like torn to shred, you get like that nick in the back of your head that's like, this is bad. I probably shouldn't be around it. Something bad is like when you see like somebody that's like 480 pounds like that like can't walk, right?
Humans aren't supposed to look like that.
Humans aren't supposed to look like that, dude. Like
it's the same
thing. Gorillas aren't even that big.
Oh no, obesity is not beautiful the same way addiction's not beautiful. Like imagine if you told your meth addicted cousin Shane, hey man, you're beautiful with all those scars and missing teeth. You should keep smoking meth. Do what makes you happy. No one says that.
You're
and you know what?
Not looking like a healthy person.
Right. Like, you know what? Heart disease, which is directly caused by obesity, kills way more fucking people a year than meth addiction does. So let's just be real here. Again, not even like do whatever you want.
Health disease. What's the like? Isn't like the 3rd leading cause of death in the United States diabetes related complications?
I think it's heart disease. Let me look it up real quick. Leading causes of death in the U.S.
I'm pretty sure diabetes is up there, and like you don't even have to be morbidly obese to have diabetes.
I know cancer.
My mom is like very average sized like person. Yeah. My mom has diabetes. You know what I mean? My grandpa had diabetes.
Born with diabetes, and
type 2 is the one that you're not born with, right?
Yeah. Okay. Leading causes of death in the United States. Okay. Gun
Attacked
violence,
by pit bulls.
Gun violence, white supremacists, January 6th. Oh, sorry. This is the Biden administration's numbers.
Number 1, pit bull attacks.
Pit bull. Okay, here we go. Number 1's heart disease, 696,000. Number 2 is cancer with 602,000. And then way below that is COVID with 350. Then you have accidents, 200,000.
Well, that's stroke. Like not like one medical related.
Yeah. Okay. So after that is stroke with 160, chronic lower respiratory diseases with 150. I would imagine that would be like pneumonia, shit like that.
Chronic pneumonia.
Alzheimer's, diabetes, influenza, pneumonia. Oh,
there was diabetes.
Pneumonia. Yeah. Nephritis. I don't know what that is.
That sounds like a black guy's name.
My favorite basketball player. Let me see.
That's the fucking newest like 5-star recruit to Alabama.
Condition in which the tissues in the kidney become inflamed and have problems filtering waste from blood. Typically caused by infection. Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say, is that like what happens when like alcoholics with their kidneys?
Yeah.
So
let's look at these numbers. Medical. We'll throw accidents out. Heart disease, number 1. Cancer, no, you can't do that. Number 2, COVID, or number 3, COVID. If you weren't old and you died of COVID, there was a good chance you were obese.
Cancer is a weird one too, because like cancer, it's literally like all cancers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, like breast cancer is like way different than like lung cancer.
And
you know
there
what I mean?
are
prostate
certain
cancer, like
types of cancer that can be caused by eating like shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, dude, like colon cancer is like
cancer,
shown to be associated with having like really shitty diets. Like
the crap people put in their body, and we're gonna see a higher rate of it coming up because everything's got fucking seed oils in it now. Mm-hmm. It directly contributes to cancer. Diabetes.
Yeah, they associate colon cancer specifically. I know is associated with like a really bad diet, but like even then too, it's like of course like cancer is gonna be up there because it's like Dude, you can get skin cancer from literally being outside and construction all day without wearing like
all kinds of cancer.
Yeah, dude. Like that's a little misleading, I think, to say that. Like
diabetes, stroke, also direct contributor to stroke, high blood pressure. You know, it's obesity. We have the list of the top 10 medical killers in the United States. Obesity directly contributes to 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 40% of the top 10 medical killers, and if you actually just add the raw numbers up, it'll be way higher. It'll be closer to 70 or 80% of the top medical killers in the United States directly correlate to obesity. If you are obese, you are not beautiful. You are ill. Sorry, that's the reality of the situation. Lizzo is not beautiful. Unobjectively not beautiful.
I just like, I think you're playing a really dangerous game when you're like telling people.
I'm always
like,
playing a dangerous
it's
game.
It's okay to be 400 pounds, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Like, as a society, like, you could be one random dickhead being like, dude, I love fucking fat chicks, dude.
There's
like,
always those weirdos on Whisper.
It's like,
any BBWs up?
Yeah, it's like, whatever, dude. Like, do your thing, man. Whatever. But like, when you've got like institutions,
right,
media
that's
outlets,
the problem.
And fucking like fashion industries and stuff like that, being like, yeah, dude, it's okay. We encourage you to be 400 pounds because not only is it not unhealthy, but it's actually a positive thing to be a fucking big fat piece of lard, dude.
Be
like
a big fat pig.
Be a big fat bitch.
That's, you see a lot of people that have lost a lot of weight, and life-saving amounts of weight because they would have died of a heart attack or stroke or diabetes complications or something.
Look at what happened with Adele, man. Adele lost a bunch of weight, and people are like, it's fat phobic of her to lose that much weight.
Right, yeah, to take care
of
herself. Yeah, no, that's proof that it's not about body positivity. It's about vindicating how they feel because they're insecure about themselves. Someone else, if it was really about body positivity, you'd be happy for Adele for losing weight. She looks the way she wants to. You would
just be mad at people talking shit at somebody being bigger, but it's not about that. Like,
you know why I think it's bullshit? Because I think if they had a pill that would automatically make you the correct BMI, height, weight,
everybody would take it.
Everyone would take it. Even the fat people that are super proud of how fat they are, they would take it in a heartbeat. Everyone would take it. Everyone in the country would take it.
Everybody, yeah. Imagine
except
if it did
Lizzo,
the opposite.
That's her brand.
Yeah, if Lizzo wasn't like a fat chick that just talked about having sex all the time, she'd just be like another chick talking like about that, and wouldn't be like any different from anybody else in the entertainment industry, dude. And she'd just be another chick that likes to have sex. Like, ooh, you like to have sex? Oh my god, dude, so fucking special unicorn there, dude. A chick that likes to have sex. Wow.
Modern female rap is just all about their pussy. The wet ass pussy.
Yeah, right. Speaking of modern female rap, dude, do you listen to Kendrick Lamar's new album at all?
I have not heard it yet. Everyone's told me to listen to it.
It's pretty good, man.
Is it really?
It's got, like I'm not gonna. It's an artsy album. I don't know like how much you listen to hip hop or anything. Not very many electric guitars and double bass drums, so might not be your rap forte, but
yeah.
But no, it was good. I liked it. There's a couple songs on there that are like real thumbs up. So we turned into a music reviewing podcast now.
That's what we do. Did you see Machine Gun Kelly's performance at Billboard?
No.
So he said in it, he sang this song, and he said at the end, because I guess he's married to Megan Fox now.
Yeah, he is.
So he said in the end of the song that this song's for our unborn child, and everyone was freaking out. Oh my god, Megan Fox is pregnant, and they were like tweeting congratulations at them. Dude, she had a miscarriage. So they were tweeting her congratulations on her miscarriage. So,
well, no, they didn't know.
No, they had no clue. But it was just like maybe they could have been more direct with what happened there. Like,
yeah, that's pretty shitty, man.
I mean, nobody knew, like you said, but so that's I don't know. Did you see? Let's see. There was, where was this? I got it pulled up here. Wisconsin. There were some students in Wisconsin. They were grade schoolers. They were suspended under the Title IX law because
What's the Title IX law?
It's around like sexual assault and stuff on campus, women's rights. So it's just basically saying like date rape and stuff is illegal. And there's other issues if it happens on public school grounds and shit. So these were elementary school students in Wisconsin that referred to a girl who was going by they, them pronouns as she, and they were suspended under Title IX for sexual harassment.
Damn, dude.
The Pronoun Mafia, dude. They're taking over.
How old? They were 9-year-olds?
They were, it doesn't say the actual age, it just said middle school, excuse me. So I mean it would have been like 11.
You know what I would do with that situation? I would try to get my teachers fired for that.
Absolutely. It was the principal.
You know what?
Yeah.
I would get my principal fired with that. I would change my pronouns every single day.
Every day.
So it was impossible. Then I would call the police on him. That's what I would do. That law would get reversed really, really fast.
They're suing. Well, it's not the law. The law makes no mention of pronouns because pronouns aren't real. They haven't been a thing for until like 3 years ago.
I, me, they, the fucking fake shit made up.
Well, okay, pronouns
we only refer
are real.
to ourselves by proper nouns.
Gender pronouns are fake. Yeah, Caleb says.
Caleb told Nick that he's just only talking the third person using proper nouns.
I think we should just abolish all pronouns. I think that's the only way to do it. We start referring to ourselves like Michael Jordan in the third person. That's like the only
fucking caveman.
Yep, like Kevin in The Office. It's like he did that on one episode, I think.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I mean it's just so out of control. The pronoun nonsense.
This is and me doing that to get the principal fired would show why you can't do laws like that or rules like that because people use them to their advantage. And when it's in black and white, you can't fucking enforce it one way and not the other.
Nope. Yep, that's exactly how it goes. Yeah,
I would get all the school administration fired.
What are you, bigoted? Are you bigoted? I'm suing the school. That's
today. I'm clank.
Clank, clunk, stink, stank, stunk.
That's my fucking pronouns. And if you don't do it, I'm literally just gonna go to the payphone in the lobby and I'm gonna call the police on you.
Stink, stank, stunk. That's my pronouns.
My pronouns are stink and stunk.
And stank. Right. That's the episode title. Pronouns are stink, stank, stunk. But I mean,
tomorrow it's probably gonna be fucking. I don't know what it's gonna be tomorrow, dude.
Yeah,
grape. My pronouns are grape and grope.
It's just, so fortunately, this pronoun non-binary. Oh, there's 96 genders. I'm gender fluid. Just looks to be this generation's trend, and it should go away in like 10 years. And I think that 20 years from now, the majority of these kids are going to be working office jobs, driving their kids to soccer practice.
It's a really fucking funny one that like I think is like way too or not made fun of enough.
What's that?
It's like how made up fucking being pansexual is, dude.
Isn't that just bisexual?
It's just bisexual with like you
fake.
saying it to be like seem special or something. I don't know.
It's fake.
It's apparently it's like you're attracted. I think it's a fancy way of saying you want to fuck some trannies, dude. But
so like my thing is.
Man.
So transgenderism is a legitimate thing. Now, whether we consider it to be a mental illness or whatever, that's one way.
Which it is. It's considered a mental
100%. 100%. Now,
medical
like
powers
I know people that have gone through the transition, right? That have done it. I know a dude that you'd have no idea it was a dude unless you heard him talk. But or heard her talk. I have no problem if Jesse wants to be called Jessica and they're willing to commit to it on that level.
I thought you were
But don't come at me with this I'm non-binary, this is my new fake name, because I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to call you that. I'm just not. I'm not going to like I don't call fucking little Bow Wow Shad Moss, you know what I mean? That's what he wants to be called. I don't or is that his actual name? That might be his actual. But so yeah, no, I'm not gonna just like we're not gonna do this. Your name is your fucking name. Don't expect anyone else to play by your stupid game. And I just it's so fucking annoying. I hope that it ends. I really do.
It's stuff like this that needs to be in the news for people to like see like, oh no, like we're not just overreacting. Like, no, it is fucking absolutely insane. My kid got suspended from school for that, dude. I would go get a lawyer and
we'd sue the school. We would sue the shit out of the school.
I would sue. I would figure out who made that decision to get him suspended, and I would sue.
And then we'd start homeschooling almost immediately.
I would sue the ever-loving fuck out of that school, dude.
The public school system is truly so broken. I know I think we talked about it in the last one. Oh, it's an update. That lady from that last one that was talking about how her students are queer because of her was fired. I like to think we played a role in that.
I mean, us talking about it, like, you know what I mean? Let's wait and see what happens with the school board in Wisconsin. Because when did this come into the news? Because I didn't even hear about this
2 days ago. It was on Matt Walsh's show. It's
let this make national news. People just need to talk about it.
Yeah,
and then shit like that will happen where people will lose jobs.
And we're not saying that we have all this pull that would get, but no, it's just from regular people that just talk about it.
And I think you put it a really good way where like we're not about like getting people fired just for the sake of like stuff that they said, but firing somebody for not doing their job well is like a legitimate thing.
Yeah.
I would say like brainwashing my children into like these fucking ideological things.
Well,
is not doing your job.
Real life consequence. Yes. That's what I've always said. I will never call someone's employer on the internet because of something they said or did online, unless there are real life consequences.
Just make it known. Just make it known that they said it.
Yeah, a guy.
If it's not a problem, then they won't get fired. Like
guy making a Jew joke on his Twitter account, not a fireable offense. Teachers openly talking about grooming students to turn into a gender identity, that's a real life consequence. If a cop is talking about how much he hates black people on his Facebook and he makes sure to give them extra tickets, that's a real life consequence.
You don't even need to like call the school and tell, or like in that cops case, you don't need to call the cops thing and like the police office, you know, the non-emergency line and be like, hey, fire this guy over this. What you can do is you just make it known, and then they make the decision. You don't make the decision for them.
Right. Well, that's like the controversy with libs of TikTok, and they're doxing these teachers. I'm like, no, they're not. They're taking videos that they shared to their public TikTok in hopes that strangers on the internet would see it. They're not editing it. They're not changing anything. They're just sharing it, and they're getting fired because they're exhibiting groomer, creepy behavior. Like, that's why they're getting fired. If there was nothing wrong with the videos, do you think the schools would fire them? Of course not.
No, they wouldn't.
There's already a teacher shortage. They're not going to fire people unless it's a really fireable offense, like grooming children. Like, there's a massive teacher shortage. They have cafeteria workers teaching classes. They're not going to fire somebody if there's nothing wrong that was done. Grooming kids, teaching them to be, telling my 9-year-old daughter that she can be a boy when she wants to sometimes, and she can switch back and forth, and sometimes she can be in the middle and be a they them.
Which is just fucking like objectively not true.
Right? No, it's false. It's false. There's no the schools. I mean, the schools are teaching kids things that are openly false. It's just out of control. Let me see if I get. I mean, we're talking about grooming in school. So this is kindergartners were given this homework assignment in Canada.
Oh, God,
so it's not just here in the United. This is kindergartners.
Yeah.
Okay. The title of the unit is Body Smart right from the start. So here's what it says on the homework. Kindergartners, 5 to 6 year old children. Some children like to touch their own private body parts, and some children don't. What places in your home are private? Draw a picture of the private places where you can touch your penis or vulva if you want to. So,
how is that any different from like a teacher standing up in front of the class and like demonstrating on a doll like how to masturbate, and then telling the class to like go do it. Right. Everybody's gonna take turns going into the closet and touching themselves privately. Like,
that's groomer behavior. If someone sent your kid a direct message like that on Facebook, they'd be in prison.
Yeah, dude. If somebody was doing that to my kid in school, you damn sure that any rational person would be like, all right, hold on now.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
That's
dude,
insane.
That's the fucking crazy is. So the worst part about that is,
please tell me that's being shared around too.
Oh,
like,
blasted.
That's not good.
Yes,
please.
So
thank you.
The worst, but it's Canada, so they'll probably get a raise. So the worst thing about that is that went through at least 3 phases of review. So somebody wrote that homework out, right? And the homework is usually mass produced and sent out to different schools and shit, or it's posted online for teachers to go download. So someone wrote that out, reread it and went, yeah, this is acceptable to give to kindergartners. The principal, school board, someone after that had to approve of the lesson plan. They have to review the worksheet. So they saw that and said, yeah, that's fine.
How that does it have that much like fucking bureaucracy that goes into in Canadian schools too?
I'm sure it's worse. I mean, I guess I can't speak to Canadian schools.
Worse. It probably is worse in Canada because they have a lot more of like
government. Yeah. Just shit. So then after that, teacher has it and assigns it, reads this homework about where are the private places in your house where you can go finger blast yourself, and goes, yeah, this is okay to give to kids.
That's something that like people can find out, like kids can find out through like fucking movies and
you usually
shit,
find it out on your own.
You do. I mean, really, that is true. Like you just kind of find out about it from like hearsay and stuff.
Yeah.
Like dude, people figure out that they can jerk off.
They figure it out. People have done it throughout human history.
You do not need a school. There's literally like in Pompeii, a body that got like covered in ash, like from the like Vesuvius erupting, jerking off.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
they had to figure out sex felt good somehow. The first humans did. You know what I mean?
Jerking off. Dude, baboons fucking jerk off. Right. You go to the zoo and see chimpanzees jerking off. You know what I mean? Like
only when I have my recording out. but no. So I'm just like. So 3 adults read that. 3 adults that are trusted to be around your children, that are paid and have gone to school and do it professionally every single day, are around your children or are involved in their development to some degree. 3 of them read that and decided that was an acceptable thing to give to 5 and 6-year-old kids. If
they did that when I was in school, I would have been so embarrassed, man. Like,
fuck yeah.
Damn, dude.
Oh, if they did that when I was in school, my mom probably would have went to school. I'm not going to say it. We'll get kicked off YouTube.
I would have, if I would have told my parents like, hey, Dad, this is what we're doing in school.
It would have been a race to who can go kill them first.
Me?
Like,
who could seriously. Who can go like to the school during school hours and scream at the secretary?
And you know what? My parents wouldn't have been the only ones. There would have been a fucking mob.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's like, so I'm sorry. So the person that wrote it, the person that approved it, and the person that assigned it, all 3 of them should get the rope. I'm not being dramatic. Dude, all 3 of them should be hung in the public fucking square.
That's the kind of shit that needs to happen, though. Is like parents need to find out what they're teaching them in school and stuff like that, so they can go make a stink about it. Because it's like, how are they gonna know, man?
Yeah.
And like people want to say it's like, oh, it's like they want to compare it to like people complaining about like people doing that kind of stuff when they were like teaching evolution in school and stuff like that. I mean. I don't know, man. Like,
I mean, there's a huge difference between evolution and pedophilic grooming. Like, there's, so that's completely different. Evolution, at least you can make an argument for. I mean, evolution, it's look at shit. Evolution's probably true to some degree. I understand. It's
even then, when they teach evolution, they always make sure to be like, this is a theory.
Yeah, I remember my teacher saying, no, remember, this is a theory. It hasn't been proven, but this is a theory, and this is why people believe it. Like but I mean, dude, the teaching game has changed. It's fucked because like I know good teachers and I know people that are passionate about teaching, but there's just it's not a job.
The thing that sucks is it's like all it takes is one person, like one teacher.
And that's the thing is I'm not Catholic, but I'm gonna send my kids to Catholic school. There's no chance in hell. I don't have to worry about I mean, yeah, there's the whole joke about priests and everything, but it's like Norm Macdonald said. The only profession that molests more kids than priests is teachers. So
yeah,
dude.
I mean, even in public school, I knew kids or teachers in public school that would like do really fucking inappropriate stuff to like the girls
song about it.
Yeah,
I'm half a teacher. Yeah, that one is that Motley Crue or is that who sings that song?
I think that's Motley Crue. No, I think it's Van Halen.
Bad. Yeah, I think it's Van Halen. Yeah, I think you're right. But yeah, I mean, it's a fucking. There's a rock song about it. It was a joke. It was a big ha-ha, about getting molested by your teacher. So like, public schools are broken. I'm not saying all public school teachers are bad because they're not. That's bullshit. It's an overgeneralization. You should never generalize any group of people, for except the non-binaries, and just call them bad. The they them. That's Mia calls them the they thems.
I call them the blue hair mafia, dude. Or
Pronoun Mafia.
The alphabet people. Like.
Alphabet people. Is that Dave Chappelle? I think. Yeah. Alphabet people, pronoun mafia, blue hair mafia. Yeah, they're all
the sad thing about that though is like it takes away from like normal people that are like gay and bi or lesbian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
like
most of them don't want anything to do with them either. Like
I know, right?
That's the shitty part. Like so, I mean, that's my whole thing. Is the problem with public school teaching is not attracting good people at the moment. It's just not, and there are plenty of good people in it. But there are an overwhelming majority of people that are not even overwhelming. It doesn't have to be the majority. It can be 20%, and that's way too high of a risk to take. If 20% of teachers are going in there with an agenda to brainwash your kids to a certain political ideology or groom them for whatever fucking sick sexual identity shit they have going on, that is too high of a risk to put your children through. That is, you roll the dice, because you know what? They're going to have K through 12, that's 13 grades. They're going to have at least like 8 teachers a year in high school and middle school. So, I mean, they're going to have some of them. And more than one, most likely. If they go to public, it's just... And I understand not everyone has the resources to send their kids to private school or homeschool or something. But if you do, just yank them out. Do it. Just pull the Band-Aid out. Yank
I wish, man. I've not looked into it, but I don't know.
There's scholarships.
I just don't know how expensive private schools are, man. And like,
depends where you send them.
The funny thing is too is like the public high school I went to at the small town I lived in was actually really good, man. Like, there's out of like the 32 kids that I graduated from school with, there's like a good portion of them. Yeah, like dude,
500 or 600.
Well, here's the thing about that though, dude. Is like 5 people already like graduated and like have doctorates from that. Like 5 out of 32
That's
people with doctorates.
Yeah.
That's insane percentages,
and
dude.
I don't think it's as big of a deal in schools like that as it is in big city schools. You know, if you go
honestly,
further into Omaha.
like if they could just make more public schools and just have the class sizes be smaller, I think that would probably be the best. But the thing is like it's a public thing. They can't pay for that many teachers.
Nope. There's not enough to hire.
Something like here in El Paso, where our city planner makes like fucking. Oh God, how much does he make again? He has to. He makes more than the president does. Our city planner.
Christ.
I know he makes more than all of like the federal like the president of the United States jobs. Like, let me
to do what?
City plan, dude.
Jesus.
This was a big stink. God, what's that guy's name? City manager's contract with oh my God, in the news here, El Paso City Council extends city manager's contract with potential for salary increase. El Paso City Manager Tommy Gonzalez has contract extended, right? Should not increase about 450,000 is about what this. So during his time as city manager, right, since 2014, I think. I don't know. I'd have to look more into this. According to this article, which is like a local one, right? This guy makes right now $404,000 a year.
Jesus.
Yeah, let's look at what fucking the president of the United States makes.
I think it's like
president
400.
of US. No, it's not. It's okay, yeah. The current salary for the president is $400,000.
Yeah, so he makes
with a 50,000 expense account. That means he makes more money than the president of the United States.
That's insane. I mean, now granted, they should pay the presidents on merit, and Joe Biden would probably owe money. They do like a draw.
Who makes the decide?
Yeah, no, I know.
Who's the decider for that?
They do like a draw. They
fucking do like a poll and see what they should be paid.
Yeah,
everybody's like $0.
Joe Biden owes us money. That's
yeah, right.
He fucking should. Fucking $200 worth of groceries is gonna feed my family for a week now. So it's fucking ridiculous. We just got back from Costco. It was ridiculous. Like we bought same amount of groceries, probably about $80-$90 more than it usually costs us. It's ridiculous.
Dude.
It's insane how shit is right now. It's I just don't know if it's gonna get any better. I mean, especially when we lost a legend. I do want to say rest in peace to the king, Kevin Samuels. Do you know who that is?
No, who is that? Is that a comedian or something?
No, he's a radio show host. So Kevin Samuels was a radio show host. He was like a dating advice type show.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a podcast too, but he was an older black guy, and he would give people advice on dating, and usually women, but sometimes men too. And he was just overwhelmingly harsh.
I was gonna say, is it kind of like how who's the guy that hosts Family Feud?
Steve Harvey.
It's kind of like how Steve Harvey's show does that, like
meaner than Steve Harvey. Yes. But dude, people were on Twitter celebrating his death, like a dictator died.
Jeez, man.
So okay, here I got a video pulled up. We'll watch it. We'll watch a little clip of it. We won't watch the whole thing, but we can watch a little clip of it here. And this was the kind of shit he used to do. And I've been watching some of his shit, and I gotta say, he comes off as an asshole. But I'm yet to see him be. Someone please correct me. Comment. Send it to me directly. Send me somewhere where he's been wrong. What's that?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Send me something where he's been wrong. That's all I want to see here. So here's Kevin Samuels. Here's his video. We'll play. I fast forwarded to the good part. So here he is giving this woman advice on the type of man she wants, and she looks like a sex robot, but.
What you want, and saying 6 figures is just something that you get taken from out there, but I'm not hearing this rooted to anything. What do you want ultimately? Do you want to be married, children, what?
Yes, I want to be married.
Do you want any children?
Yes.
How many?
I have a son now, so.
How old is your son?
He's 13.
Where's the father?
He's not in his life.
I mean, that's not like good to laugh at, but like that's
Yeah, no, for sure. That's so he breaks it down here. Listen.
Well, he's not like in it like I would like him to be.
All right, so let me go ahead and take this down, ma'am.
Take care of your skin.
God damn it! He was telling her to take care of her skin. YouTube and your fucking ass. I will not pay.
Or otherwise, you'll never get a man.
I will not pay for your subscription. YouTube, fuck off. Here we go.
All right, so let me go ahead and take this down, ma'am. Men who make the kind of money you're talking about have options, and typically they don't want to deal with women who have 13-year-old sons who are used to dating men who. This doesn't sound appealing to the kind of man you're talking about. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I was thinking once I start booking session with you that
I can't change men.
I know, but I can approve myself, and I feel like I have a lot to offer to those type of men.
Oh, okay, but see, you should have stopped right there. I just told you I cannot change men. And you said, once I book a session with you, I'm not a miracle worker. I'm telling you what they want. And you're still saying, yeah, but I want them. They don't want you.
But I have been working on myself this year and booking your.
Okay, ma'am, but okay. 35, 13-year-old son with a sketchy father. Why would a man who's in the top 10% of earners who women across the country want that?
Because I have a lot to offer. I feel like.
Would you want your son to, if you had a son making that kind of money, would you want him to bring home a woman who had a 13-year-old son from a sketchy father? Or would you prefer him to get a woman who had no children, was younger, and easier to get on his program?
What a fucking legend. The fact that not enough people have been put in their place like that. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Fuck. What did he say? I challenge anyone. Tell me what he said that was wrong there. Could he have worded it more nicely? Sure. But when she's on there completely delusional, talking about how she's going to land a man that's, making 6 figures and in great shape and all this shit. She's been told that before, or no, maybe she hasn't. Maybe all her friends.
Maybe she really hasn't. I mean, there really are them people out there that are like fucking delusional. You know?
Yeah, no. Someone has to put it into perspective. You call into the guy's show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, what are you gonna do? I found nothing wrong with what the guy said, and he's hard on men in his videos too. He breaks it down for men. It's the same thing. You know, it's like, why would a woman like that go for you? And people were celebrating this guy's death like he was a dictator.
Mussolini, that guy.
Yeah, like it was Castro that got toppled or so. Well, I guess now we idolize Castro. We love commies that put gay people in concentration camps. But yeah,
I idolize Castro or fucking
retards,
types,
fucking morons, complete morons. It's like, you know who doesn't like Castro? 100% Cubans. You won't find a Cuban that actually lived in Cuba, not their great grandkids that have been radicalized through public schools. A Cuban that lived in Cuba under Castro, you won't find one that liked Castro, unless it was his brother.
Do you remember that? I think I was over in Kuwait when Fidel Castro died, and they were doing like in memory of fucking Fidel Castro.
I remember that because I remember it was during the election, and I remember all the politicians were tweeting about rest in peace, Fidel Castro. Our prayers are with the Castro family, blah blah, Obama and Hillary and Biden and all them. And then Trump just tweeted, Fidel Castro is dead with an exclamation point.
Legend, dude. That's funny as fuck. That's such a Trump thing to like.
I know.
Do.
I know. Did you see he sued to get back on Twitter?
Did he? I thought that he said he wasn't gonna do it, even if like they asked him to.
Yeah, no, he sued. He was in a law. It just recently got dismissed. I don't know how long ago he actually filed charges, but he sued to get back on Twitter. I should do that with Whisper. I should sue Whisper for them to let me back on. I should sue Whisper to get back on.
The judge would probably be like, "What's Whisper?"
I know. Yeah, the judge would have no idea.
He's like, "What is Whisper, sir? Like, I don't even know."
Yeah. So, all right, we should probably wrap it up. We've been close to an hour here. We've covered a lot of shit. Do you have anything else you wanted to talk about before we close it down?
God, I hope Boston loses. That's about it.
They're playing right now. Fuck. I'm not even gonna be able to see any of this game.
I mean, like, I know you're a Boston fan, so it's gonna be hard to convince you of this, but like, it would be pretty cool to see the Mavs and Heat play again in the finals.
They played. Who won last year? I forgot.
Fucking the Bucks.
That's
Bucks
right.
beat
Yeah.
Phoenix. Yeah.
I don't know. Fuck them. I want to see this. Yeah.
I was gonna say you're a Boston guy,
dude,
so there's
the Celtics. I mean, they just like their defense is fucking championship caliber, man. That's how
they've made it as far as they have. So,
but I mean, Brown, Smart, Tatum, both the Williams, Al Horford, they're all just playing a ridiculous defense.
There's a really big conspiracy theory right now going on with like Philly fans that Doc is like purposely purposely sabotaging the Sixers because of the fucking Sixers-Celtics rivalry.
Oh, stop.
Like, it goes that deep. I'm just like, I think that's hilarious that people are like unironically saying that.
Doc's been, by that logic, Doc's been sabotaging every team other than the 07 Celtics.
I was gonna say, like,
great coach. He's a good one, not a great one.
Oh, dude, he's one of the top 10 NBA coaches ever, dude.
Ever?
Yeah, literally. They rank.
How many great coaches have there been though? That have had long-term success. You know what I mean?
The most modern one's probably Steve Kerr, which I mean, you could say that Steve Kerr is probably
product of his environment.
There. I mean, is he though? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, he did. So, okay, to be fair,
the guy's got 3 rings.
To be fair, okay, so they got Durant, but I mean, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, they developed all those guys under him. To be fair, so I mean, he did a fine job. Mark Jackson was the coach, and they were not terrible, but they were a mediocre team. And when Mark Jackson left, Steve Kerr had them winning championships in 2 years. So I'll give him credit. I mean, top coaches, you got to be fucking dude from the Lakers, Phil Jackson, obviously, is going to be up there.
Another dude from the Lakers, the Showtime guy.
Yep.
What's his name? I would have to look it up, but they put him in there. They put the guy that coached like the Bad Boy Pistons is on there.
Pat Riley.
Yeah,
he was the owner of the Heat. Who else?
Who coached the Bad Boy Pistons? What was that guy's name?
Oh fuck! I've seen documentaries on them. You got to put Popovich from the Spurs.
Yeah, Pop is on there.
Daly. Chuck Daly was the Pistons
Chuck Daly is on there. That's like a pretty good top 5 right there. Well, I mean, I don't know anything about like the 50s coaches and whoever the guy was that coached like the Celtics and like
they had 60s. The Celtics never really had one, marquee coach. They had a lot of different coaches.
Dude, wasn't even like Bill Russell.
I mean,
like,
so Red Auerbach is obviously
that's
Red Auerbach
is. They put him in there.
But I'm talking, Larry Bird era. Other than Red Auerbach, or not Larry Bird, like 90s area. Other than Red Auerbach, they never had any phenomenal coaches. Bill Russell coached the team for a while.
That's what I'm saying. Like I know Bill Russell coached that team. Like,
yeah. So I mean, it's not like they've had this legendary coaching. I mean, there's Doc Rivers, and I think Ime Udoka's doing pretty good though.
I'd say so too. I definitely got the team turned around as fast as he did, which is really cool.
They were
dude. I remember at the beginning of the season, people were like thinking the Celtics weren't even going to make the fucking play-in tournament. No, so turning around like that is pretty cool.
They lost like 8 games after the All-Star break. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. I mean, they thought it was. Were they even going to make the play-in tournament? And then they were the 2 seed. As quick as they turned them around. And so I was always very critical of Brad Stevens as a Celtics fan. Maybe a little too critical at times, but that team was not getting any better. They were peaked with him as a coach. They were peaked with Danny Ainge. Did a great job drafting. Did a great job putting the Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce team together. They had peaked with him as a general manager. They needed fresh faces. Sometimes that's serious. It's all you need. It's just fresh face. It doesn't mean the guy's bad. It doesn't mean that they won't work out somewhere else. They just need fresh faces. And now Stevens is the GM and Udoka head coach. And I just feel like
you could have made the excuses in the day of him nobody being able to get through the fucking LeBron Cavs wall. But that dude losing to the Heat in the fucking bubble tournament was all coaching, man. Because
they choked. It was it was just.
And I don't know if they lost to the Nets right in the playoffs last year. I don't think anybody other than the Bucks could have beat.
I think they lost to the Bucks last year.
Did they? I thought they lost to the Nets in the first round.
Let me Google it real quick.
I'm pretty sure it was the Nets.
Was it the Nets? Let me see.
It might have been the Bucks because that might have been that series where the one role player for them, that was the Spurs guy went off for 10 threes or something like that in that one game against them.
Oh yeah, it was.
Was it? It might have been the Bucks. I think. Who did the Nets play first round then?
Oh no, they did lose to the Nets last series.
Okay, so that's what I thought. I thought it was the Nets that beat them.
Yeah,
the Bucks. No, the Bucks was the Heat. Yeah. The Heat lost to the Bucks in the first round last year.
Yep. Sorry, last year seems like it was 8 years away. 8 years ago. But yeah, no, it'll be good. I mean, fucking, who do you think it's out of the West? Golden State or?
I hope it's the Mavs, man. Dude, Luka's. I don't think so, but
Jason Tatum on Luka would be a good matchup though.
The Mavs have a good team now, man. Replacing Porzingis with Dinwiddie, what they did during the trade deadline.
Yep.
Great. That's when I feel like the Mavs really stepped into gear when they got Dinwiddie, who was able to actually be a knockdown shooter. Basically what they were having Porzingis do, but actually do it.
He's good at it.
Space the floor. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
he's really good at spacing the floor. So
yeah.
I mean, Luka went out too, and they still held their own for a little while. They got a team, man.
For sure.
They destroyed the Suns, dude. I think the Warriors lost to the Suns in that series that they played regular season. So
yeah. No, that was a fucking embarrassment, that Suns game. It's like Devin Booker was asleep.
Yeah, dude. So. They just had Chris Paul is just playing shit too. I stopped watching it a little bit after halftime because I was like, dude, Luka has more points than the entire Suns team. No, dude, this game's over.
Joke. Yeah,
so wouldn't that would be something cool, man? I mean, I've talked about it on here before. I love Luka, dude. Yeah. Me and my older brother have Luka Doncic t-shirt or shirts. We fucking love Luka, man. So
yeah, I'm still. I may in his first year. Let's do it. Come on, I'm Celtics in 4. So,
you're a Celtics fan, so I'm not gonna
gonna shit on
give
me.
you for I'm not gonna be like telling you that you're gonna like any other team other than the fucking Celtics. So
you're gonna like the Heat and you'll like it. All right. Well, we should probably wrap it up here. This Friday, I got Harmful Content Comedy at Beach House, formerly Wired Pub. You can come through at 9 p.m. So Friday, it is $10 at the door. So come on through. Come hang out with us. And then I got some other shows coming up, but we'll worry about that later. Right now, I'm just trying to promote mine. So anything, or you're coming up here pretty soon.
I'm going to be coming up. Caleb's being so gracious to let me maybe come on and do a show or two up there because I think I'm going to be up in Nebraska for a hot minute. So we'll hopefully see. Once again, we'll say to all my Omaha friends up there, dude, don't take that city for granted. Omaha is freaking awesome.
It's a lot better than most places.
Even though we bitch about it a lot, like the people there and the stuff that there is to do, there's stuff to do, man. Like you can do whatever you fucking want in Omaha. So
Omaha's as boring as you are. You know what I mean? It is what you make it. If you're going to complain about no pro sports, at least Kansas City is a 2.5 hour car drive. I mean, you got Nebraska. There's shit to do sports wise. You know what I mean? There's basketball game, Creighton basketball.
Creighton always makes a tournament all the time. Like you've got the fucking the map. The UNO is really good at hockey. You know, what I mean? If you're a hockey fan, like
and that's my thing, dude. Is it's like, what are you going to be doing in Miami? Just going to bigger crappy nightclubs? Like that's L.A.
Yeah, right.
It's like
just being bored. You'd be bored at home in a bigger city. Like
it ends with the same result. It all ends with the same result. You know, you getting stupid drunk and throwing up in the toilet in front of a stranger.
You'd be bored just paying like higher rent.
Yeah, you're paying $19,000 a month for a studio apartment. So like that's all. So yeah, I mean, just shut the fuck up. Omaha's not that bad. I've always said everyone from Omaha has two things in common. Number one, they're all going to leave. Number two, none of them ever will.
And they can't drive.
And they cannot drive worth a goddamn shit. That is
an objective fact. I mean, maybe not objective, but like
no, it's an objective. 3/4 of this city should not be allowed on the road. Should not be allowed. They should end up. I'll do you one better. Not only should they make the driver's test more stringent in the city, make it more difficult to pass the driving test in the city. If you don't live in Douglas, Sarpy, or Lancaster County, you should have to take a separate driving test in those counties so you know how to drive in the fucking city and on the goddamn interstate. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, man.
Rant over. All right. Promo code BREAD, BREAD. Eventbrite link is in the description. Make sure you come check it out. If you hate me, if you hate what I said about fat people and non-binary people, come out and throw some shit at me and heckle me on stage. I'm all for it. So
go chase him down on stage.
Yeah,
dude.
let's fight. Let's just fight. Come fucking Chappelle me. Let's do this shit. Let's do this shit. That's but yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so fucking much. Peace out.
Deuces, y'all. Thank you.